just gotta buckle up. You just gotta buckle up. This revelation is just too good to keep to myself. In Mark 11, it's the miracle where Jesus basically says, fig tree, no one's gonna eat from you, and it dries up from the root the next morning. And then Jesus goes upon and saying that if you have faith without doubting, that you can say to this mountain, be cast into the sea, and it shall happen. Yeah, that chapter. There's something that is missed, which is so juicy. Now, Jesus and his disciples came from Bethany, note that, and they were heading to Jerusalem. Now, this might seem insignificant until you start digging in deep. So the Holy Spirit led me to research the names, because there's always deeper meaning to it. The original Hebrew meaning for Bethany is house of affliction or house of poverty. The name comes from the Hebrew words Beth, which means house, and Ani, which means poor or afflicted. Now, hold on. Isn't Bethany the place where Martha, Mary, and Lazarus stayed, the place where Jesus frequently visited? The Holy Spirit here is showing us that if you are afflicted and or you are poor in spirit, Jesus is right there, knocking at your door for a visitation. Now, between verse 12 and 14, we see that Jesus came from Bethany and he was hungry. This was already foreshadowing the crucifixion, because remember, as he was afflicted there when he was on the cross, what was he? He was thirsty. Now hold on, didn't I just say that they were heading to Jerusalem? Yeah. The original Hebrew meaning for Jerusalem is city of peace. So the Holy Spirit is telling us to get to the city of peace, we first need to pass the house of affliction. And the city of peace can also symbolize the life after this earth. Okay, there's just a little dessert after this. In verse 15, it says, and Jesus went into the temple, which back in the day was the dwelling of the Holy Spirit. This is significant because the Holy Spirit is showing us that the city of peace isn't just a place, but where I am. I am also teaching that to dwell in peace, you need to remove those who are not dwelling in prayer. Now, this is the famous one where Jesus comes into the temple, gets a whip, beats everything up, starts flipping the tables and making the traders flee from our Father's temple because of the zeal of God overtook him, right? And you need to chase away the false prophets by Jesus, wonderful revealer of all things. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. Now, just to recap before you go out on your own journey. Before you can get to Jerusalem, the city of peace, you first need to pass Bethany, the house of affliction and poverty. And peace isn't a place, nor the absence of trouble. Peace is the presence of God. And on a final note, to dwell in peace, we first need to remove those in our circle who do not dwell in prayer. And we need to chase away the false prophets by Jesus. Remember, the Holy Spirit is always ever present with you. He's not a feeling. He's always there. And he always loves you. There's nothing you can do to make him love you any higher, because it's at the absolute max. And there's nothing you can do to make him love you any less, because he refuses to love you any less.